Scarlet Witch, issue number 9. That's right, folks. This is like a guest issue where we have a guest star appearing who's just like, hey, I'm kind of connected to you, I guess, in the way that we have like a history of anti-hero in us. Black Cat's here a week after she appeared in an Avengers book. And if I'm not mistaken, in recent issues of The Amazing Spider-Man, she kissed Peter, right? Is that where we're at with this character? What's going on? Why are we getting a push for Felicia Hardy all of a sudden? Are we getting her in a movie? That'd be cool, but whatever. I'm not against it. I think this character's fun. I like these types of characters. I have been on record as saying I think there's a really cool story to write with like a midlife crisis Peter going to his rebound Felicia, and she is just a train wreck herself that she is putting up with him. I don't think that's the era we're in currently because both those characters are being written bad in Amazing Spider-Man, but I digress. She's here in Scarlet Witch now. So this book actually opens up in New Orleans, and we're in a really cool bar, and we're talking to Rintra the Minotaur, who's from like space or something. Now here's a question I have to all of you, who might be more of like a Rintra fan than I am. Is he always depicted as being naked? Because he's naked in this bar. Like we see other people in this bar, they're all wearing clothes. But Rintra's naked. He's also drunk and he's talking to like some mysterious woman. But like what he does, like, oh, he's a math teacher and you know, this lady wants to like make a spell for him, wants him to make a spell for her, I mean. And he's just smitten because he's drunk and he's a Minotaur guy. But is he supposed to be naked? I don't think he's supposed to be naked. Why is he naked? Like, have some decency, man. I know you're like an animal in here, but you're not like the other animal we see in this bar that's hairy and is covering itself. You're a sentient being that stands on two legs. Put some clothes on, sir. I just think it's weird. So, obviously, it's Felicia Hardy. I think that's pretty obvious. She's flirting with the Minotaur to get something from him. And we cut to alarms going off in Lot Kill. The secret seal is going off. So Wanda wakes up to find Amaranth and she's doing like some weird spell. She's like, the vault has been breached. We got to go to the vault. So they step outside and there's literally just like a chest that's like in the like garden or something. How we get inside? Well, Wanda's going to let us in. So they turn into like ghosts or like a genie and they're like evaporating into the vault and they head inside and it's like a big labyrinth. Ooh, look at all the stairs and library stuff everywhere. Impossible to say what's going on. There's so much magical spells and charms and books throughout this entire, vault that no one should be allowed to get in it because it has some of the most dangerous things in the world. It's impregnable. And that's when Felicia's like, impregnable? All the Black Cat hears is a dare. And she's like holding a cauldron. She's got like a special mask on. She's like, I did it. Oh, I like it. I really like the way Felicia looks in this book. This is what this character should be. Just a fun little character that shows up and is silly, She's, halfway between like a trickster character, like a Mitspitlik or like a Loki, and just being like a sexy thing that ruins people's days with her beauty. And I think that's exactly what we're getting in this book. And Wanda's just like, okay, Felicia, how'd you get in here? She's like, oh, I got a spell made. I met a nice Minotaur. He made me these cool, like, things that block, like, your hexes and charms. And I got in, and I started hearing so many stories about this vault. There's, like, special ways we have to get in. You have to have, like, your fingerprints. So I took, like, your severed finger that's buried in the garden. And I started, like, using different spells I could figure out. And, like, 6 tears from the 6 sensual satyrs. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is a vault that's so impenetrable. No one can get in. It was like my Everest, so I just had to get in. And then one is like, well, you got the I Spy cauldron, which allows supernatural surveillance. So clearly you came in to steal something to help you, like, steal. She's like, maybe. What's the matter, Wanda? Wanda's like going to touch her, like, all right, that's enough. And Felicia goes, I don't think you should touch me. Like, your hex powers and my luck talents, they might not. And then as soon as they touch each other, it's like, get along is what Felicia says. And then like their hands explode in front of each other. They all start to fall down deeper into the vault. Felicia's like, this is great. Like, I told you shouldn't have touched me. Now we're going to be in some bullshit. Thanks a lot. So they fall deeper and deeper into the vault. They are somewhere buried within it, not really sure where they are. Amaranth is getting really pissed off because she's a new character who has never interacted with Felicia. And this is where Wanda kind of defends Felicia because it's essentially, well, who am I to judge? I've done worse shit than Felicia's ever done. So if, I get mad at like a master thief with luck-based talents getting into my secret vault and stealing something, I mean, that's not fair of me because I've done worse. Like, that's just her nature. That's in her nature. I'm not going to be mad at that, which is really cool. And I think that's kind of something interesting to explore. And it's the thing that Steve Orlando has been doing with this character since this book started. Wanda isn't here to judge you, and we shouldn't judge her for the things she's done. So, but Wanda's still like, look, I'm not mad. Like, I get the allure of wanting to get in here, but you're not leaving with that cauldron. She's like, I don't know. I think I am. Amaranth is like, stop. Or I'll make you stop. And Amaranth like lowers her eyes, doing the same thing that she did to her father, which makes her go mad. So Felicia's like, oh, too late. I turned evil now. I'm going to jump in here and try to escape. And Wanda's like, why would you do the magic spell that ruined your father? Why would you do that to Felicia? She's like, I don't know. I just want to show her I was serious. So Felicia's like, well, I guess I'm just going to jump around and like activate all these ancient urns and statues and stuff and see what happens. Chaos magic. Here we go. Bunch of like weird ghosts and stuff just pop out everywhere and attack them. So Wanda and Amaranth have to fight away these evil things that just show up. Amaranth gets like sent into like another vault inside the vault where it's just like weird hex spells and triangles and weird colors. She's like, how do I get out of this? I could go deeper and maybe figure out like how to like shut off all the magic in here. Well, Wanda's up above. She's fighting like some weird spirits. She's like, that's enough. Okay, I'm done with this. Grabs Felicia before she takes another gauntlet. It's like, this is it, okay? I understand what's going on with you, but you've been bewitched, and this is not something that you are comfortable with. There's no way the Felicia I know is happy with almost killing me for the sake of a cauldron so she can spy on stuff to get her more gold or jewels. Like, what even is a cat burglar in 2025? Like, I like that. Oh, I like that. I really like the facial expressions in this book, too, because just go all out. Felicia's just a pretty lady with some pretty big features. Let's make her look silly and fun and sexy. And that's what this book does. It's just, yeah, it's weird. It's crazy. So Amaranth actually finds, like, the core of the entire vault, and she's like, if I just take the spell off, something bad could happen. So she does that. She walks inside and sees something buried within like this deep dark cavern. So she goes inside. Wanda is still fighting with Black Cat. She manages to use enough spells to like rip the chaos magic out of Felicia, so she's kind of back to normal. Pretty much just like erasing the memory of Amaranth, so like the spell has no effect on her now. And Felicia's like, you stole stuff from me? That's pretty cool. Okay. So they get on their feet, they help each other up. She's like, I'm still leaving with the cauldron though. It's like, ugh. That's literally the least of our problems now. Because of everything going on with my student, I think she's going to do something crazy. So we see Amaranth grab this weird scepter that's buried deep beneath everything, and she picks it up, and like a whirlwind is starting to form. And as Felicia tries to escape with the cauldron, Wanda uses some like arms to stop her from getting away. But suddenly they are attacked again by another mysterious force, and Felicia's like, oh, great, cool, more stuff going on. It's like, no, that's not good. That's a necromantic shockwave, and it can only come from one item, which is buried at the deepest, darkest point of my entire vault. And it seems like Amaranth has found the tri-crown of the Chaos Godhead, and the laws of nature itself are in jeopardy. And you're just like, okay. I mean, there is a reason Wanda has it, so no one else touches it. But Amaranth is a terrible student who just does her own thing and ruins everything around her. So yeah, of course she would see like an ancient scepter that's buried at the deepest point in this vault and be like, I can probably control that. Of course she would. Now I guess it's Wanda and Felicia teaming up to save this girl. I guess. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh man, this is fun. I really like this. We had an issue earlier where like she teamed up with Daredevil, and I thought that was really fun as well. These are just enjoyable, and I think Steve Orlando just has a lot of like reverence for Felicia Hardy, where she's not being portrayed as like, just like a sex object than like, the crazy other girl that Peter is going to be fascinated with. She is just, I got like some weird stuff going on, and I'm kind of like a magic-based character, maybe loosely with stuff, maybe, it doesn't matter. But I have like luck on my side because I'm wearing the totemic item of a black cat, so that gives me some sort of semblance of being a totemic character. So whatever. Here I go. Black catting about. Can't argue with that. I get it. I think it's really fun. This book's really fun. I love it. I love the artwork. I love these characters. 2 characters that were well written. All we're missing is some pants on the damn Minotaur. So, Scarlet Witch, issue number 9. I am going to give a 10 out of 10. Incredible issue. Thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.